Hi guys, I'm going to do another reading for you from the Law of Attraction deck, Addiction Recovery with the Law of Attraction. Again, you don't have to have any major addiction to get benefit from these cards. So many people are buying them just to start their day with a positive momentum or to learn about Law of Attraction even. Each card teaches that. So let's get right into it. All right. And I might paraphrase more this time instead of just reading directly from the card. Okay, so expectation. Expectation is your card for today. And it says, give yourself time. So then you turn the card over. So that's the picture. You pick a card and you turn it over to the back to read the content, which is your message, your personal message for the day. You're always going to pick the card that's meant for you. Okay, so what it says is when you plant a seed, you do not expect the flower to bloom the same day. This card signifies that your expectations may not be realistic regarding the amount of time it takes to see results you're seeking. If you're attempting to lose weight, you're being guided to be gentler with yourself and allow the time it takes to lose weight in a healthy manner that you will be able to maintain. If you're trying to quit drinking alcohol, smoking, or any other addiction that's been in your life for years, it's important to remember that recovery is a process. As you feel triggered, remember why you started this journey. There is a psychological phenomenon called FAB, which stands for fading affect bias. This refers to the tendency for memories associated with negative emotions to be forgotten more quickly than those associated with positive emotions. What this means for addiction is that over time, it's common to fantasize about the good memories you associate with drinking alcohol, smoking, abusing drugs, overeating, sex addiction, etc., etc. And then we forget the bad memories. So we kind of just only remember and fantasize and reminisce, and we forget like, oh yeah, but that made me feel like shit, so we're only remembering all the good stuff, which is not good for addiction. So maybe you begin to miss the old habits and reminisce fondly. When this happens, immediately switch your focus to another subject that you feel good about. The good parts of your addiction do not outweigh the bad. It's so crucial to remember this immediately. Possibly you've been successful and now you're struggling to maintain your goal weight and stay sober. In that case, this card is reminding you of how much you've grown. It is encouragement to stay on track. So you guys, if you're watching this and you already have quit something and you've been kind of like missing it and thinking like, oh, maybe I'm not addicted. Maybe it wasn't so bad. Maybe I can have, one or two drinks or, start telling ourselves these little lies, even though we feel great. You feel great. I feel great that I quit alcohol. There's no way I'd go back to it. But have I ever had those thoughts? Of course. I'm like, well, it's a beautiful day. I remember sitting on a patio drinking a margarita and having some chips and salsa. I mean, it sounds good, but what you do with this fading effect bias, what I do for myself is I immediately go to I go to the worst part, the worst memory that I can remember. So for me would be at 3 a.m., middle of the night, I have my heart racing because of all the stimulants that my body created to counteract the depressant of alcohol. Alcohol is a depressant. Most of us learned that in, high school health class, I think. But it is a depressant, and then our body creates stimulants. So to counteract that, and that's just naturally what all of our bodies are going to do. So when that depressant wears off about, 4 to 5 hours after your last drink, we're going to just only feel the stimulants that our body created to counteract that. So then you're left with kind of like racing heart. Maybe, you can wake up at, like I said, I would wake up around 3 a.m. and, just with anxiety and like, oh shit, like I got to get back to sleep because I have so much to do in the morning. And there I am just filled with stimulants and anxiety and thinking, racing thoughts. So whenever I feel tempted, I don't think about the chips and the salsa and the margaritas and the red wine that was, I found quite delicious. What I think about instead is the hangover, the 3 a.m. anxiety, and the anxiety the next day that for me lasted the whole next day. Like that is not worth the trade-off of a couple fun hours, on a patio drinking and chatting. Like I can still go on a patio and drink and chat and have fun without the negative effects the next day, right? So that's my suggestion to everyone. That's what I do to myself when I start to get a little bit tempted or triggered. Like, when something's, sometimes it could just be this, oh, it's beautiful and sunny and a gorgeous weather. Let's go sit on a patio and drink. It doesn't have to be like something bad happened to trigger you, to do something impulsive, right? It could just actually just be something, something good. Good stuff can be a trigger, you guys. So you got to remember right away why you quit. That's the point of the fading effect bias trick that I use. So of course, not every day will be easy. Temptations will come and go, but you are strong enough to resist them. Slow progress is still progress. So give yourself time and allow this period of growth. So this would be a card that's encouraging you to finish what you started. You started this commitment of getting your life together, quitting a bad habit that was no longer serving you for a reason. And now that you've started it, you don't want to just blow it off and be like, oh, well, because, you might be feeling really good right now and you forget when you feel good how bad you felt before. So I just want to keep you on track with these reminders. That's what my cards are for. So I am going to put, and they all give little tricks and tips on law of attraction as well. I'm not sure if I said that earlier, but I'm going to put a little link under the comments on how you could purchase my cards, Addiction Recovery with the Law of Attraction. If you are interested, just click on the link. It'll take you right there. If we are on a platform where I cannot put a link in the comments, like Instagram, go to my bio, up on my Instagram page. And if you click on my bio, if you look at my bio, you will see my link tree, and that will take you to the link on how to buy my cards and my website and all my other platforms, whatever you need. So I hope that helped you guys, and I hope you have a great day. Let me know in the comments below, did that resonate with you or not?